Good morning, everyone. Rich at Rivera Urban Homestead. It's Sunday, May 16th. Let's get this morning started. Let's go let the chickens out. Good morning, girls. Good morning. Don't you stop being all loud. Alright, so we got the morning chores done. We watered and fed the chickens. We filled up their feeders, which again, their feeders are working amazing. Make those PVC feeders, they're very good. But now I got to clean up the garage because yesterday I had a little project that kind of whooped my butt for a while. It took most of the day. A lot of thinking, going back to the store. And just to be clear, this is the first time I ever installed one of these. So when I took it out of the box, there was templates you had to mount up and drill holes and do a wall bracket with another template. And then when I took it out of the box, it had a plug, whereas the other thing that I had up there was just hardwired in. So I had to go buy an outlet, hook up a plug, mount that to the wall, which I've never done that before, so another first. But it was a little overwhelming, but it got done, and it's done correctly. The outlet is wired correctly. I checked all that. But now I got to clean up the garage a little because I have tools everywhere. It was definitely interesting, but now I know how to do it. So in the future, if I ever have to do it again, I'll already have the knowledge. But when you're going into it just not knowing what to do, I mean, I do that quite often. That's how I do a lot of my projects, just doing it off the wing. I'd rather do that than hire someone, pay them $120 to come in and do it. They'd probably be done in 15 minutes, but still saves me money doing it myself, and I learn. And I make a mess and I get to use my tools. All my electrical stuff. And I did buy a new tool. This is like the little voltage thing where you just touch the wire and it'll say if it's hot or not. I like that. That's pretty neat. I used it yesterday. Used all kinds of drill bits. When I get done hanging all this stuff up, I'll go show you what we did. It looks great. I love it, and I'm very happy with it. Very happy we finally got it done. I was using that little outlet thing to make sure I hooked up the outlet right, and I did. It was good. Got to be responsible and cut up your little plastic. If you buy 6 packs or 4 packs of beer, that's what this was. I always cut those up. I don't want to get no wildlife caught in them. Okay, now we're cleaned up. Let's go see what I did. Hi, are you waiting for me? Tail wagging. Say yes, Daddy. Let's go show him. Okay, as we come into the kitchen. Oh yeah, over the stove microwave. What a beautiful, it's a Frigidaire. It matches our refrigerator and our dishwasher. It's all set up though. It's all vented up out top. And it looks really good. And now we don't have that big old microwave that took up the whole counter over there. That's gone. Cleared up space. Beautiful. Oh yeah, that looks clean. So although it was a pain in the butt to install, I love it. It looks great. It opens up that countertop so nicely now. And now all I have to do to that back wall behind the stove is put in, we're going to do the white subway tile. So I got to do that here in the next couple weeks. I'm going to want to get it done. It's not a very big area, so again, I haven't done tile like that before either. I'll probably watch a couple YouTube videos and knock it out though. Alright, let's go to the garden. We got a couple things to do out there. Yeah, so anyway, this video is only going to be Sunday, a little bit of Sunday, because that's all I have left. Saturday I didn't video at all. I was just messing with that microwave. And it's funny because when I got everything set up, the wall mount was put on, it was ready to go. I lifted up the microwave, and then what you got to do is on the bottom of the microwave you slide that into the slots of that wall mount that you put on, and then you just lean it up, and then there's two bolts that go through the cabinet into the top to hold it from tipping forward. Well, after I set it up there, I got up there, I dropped my bolts into the holes that I drilled in the cabinet to screw into the microwave. There was no threaded fixtures in the microwave top. It was just open squares. The threaded fixtures were gone. So I had to pull the microwave back down, I had to pack it back up, go to Lowe's, show them there was no threads in the damn top where they were supposed to be, get another microwave, come back, put it up, install it. It was good, but that was a little frustrating when when I was finally at the point of putting it up, there was no threads in the microwave. So anyway, that took a lot out of me yesterday. But one thing I definitely want to do today is I want to extend the watermelon growing area. So we're going to move two of the cinder blocks sides out of the way, and we're going to incorporate whatever soils I have over there. We're going to mix it all together. That way the watermelon has something to vine onto with a little bit of substance, so if it wants to lay down some little tap roots. So let's go out there and do that real quick. It might sound silly, but I really enjoy coming out to the compost every day, just feeding it. Some eggshells, coffee grounds, banana. These green beans got pretty moist and slimy, so we're just going to throw them in there. Let's mix it up, see how it's doing under there. Starting to break down really good. A lot of bugs in there just eating away and working it. Doing good. I think next weekend I'm going to be mowing the grass, so we'll get a good couple of piles of grass in there. Oh yeah, I love composting. Next thing on the agenda is we're going to thin out these pepper plants and keep one in each pot. A lot of people don't like this part, but it's necessary. You only need one per pot. So that's a nice one. Those two, I'm going to get rid of these two here. 1, 2, keep that guy. This one in the middle here, that needs to go. And this one, we'll keep him. That one's gone. That one's gone. Okay, right now it's time to relax in the sunshine for a while like I love to do. And when the shade takes over the garden, we're going to go over a couple of watering tips. So right now, I'm going to chill. Okay, so here's 3 quick watering tips with pots. When do you water them? One way to know is when you first plant them and the soil is dry, lift up the pot and feel how heavy it is. It's normally obviously really light when it's dry. So that's the first thing. You can lift the pot, feel the weight of it, and you'll know, oh, it's dry, or nope, it's heavy. Like this one is heavy right now. It does not need watered today. So that's one way. Second way to know in a pot, move the leaves aside, stick your finger down in there, and it's wet. So I know that it does not need to be watered. And another way, and if you're still not sure, you can buy one of these little probes here and you stick it in there. And look at it, it's wet. So we are not watering that today. And I checked all these pots. All the pots are wet. The watermelon plant is wet. The only dry one is the raised bed, just because it's bigger. So we're going to throw the hose on that and get it soaked in good, and it'll be good for a couple of days. Yeah, we are just going to let it soak for a while. Get this whole bed nice and soaked up. It'll be good for a couple days. This is way easier than holding it. Alright guys, so that's a wrap for the day. It's Sunday afternoon. It's about like 3 o'clock, maybe 3:30. I'm just watering in the garden really good. All those other pots are good. But what a good weekend. Had that microwave. It was a bear, but I got it in there. It's level. It's working great. I love it. And extending the watermelon patch was something I really needed to do. That plant is really starting to want to spread out, so I want to give it something good to be on. So that's going to be awesome, hopefully. And yeah, that's it. We thinned the peppers, got that watermelon, and you know, and one thing on the watermelon expansion in the raised bed, I was just thinking to myself, well, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you start a journey? One step. How do you fill a raised bed? You block it off, you start there, and you expand. Little by little, we're going to be filling up that raised bed while we plant little different things in spots. So it doesn't have to be all at once. It could be a process, and that's what it is. But it's working. Anyway, guys, have a good weekend. We will see you next week.